get this set up for a show?
You don't have Zelle, huh? You only have Cash App? No, we want to do that. We really appreciate it. Okay, so send me your Cash App, yeah? It didn't take much for me. Alright, bye.
Yo. Yo. Headphones alright?
Yeah.
A little lower?
I know, but I want her to actually.
Lower? Keep talking?
Yeah.
Good?
What? Yeah.
I need to know we owe her $50. And we're gonna give it to her when she's
You guys hear us now?
ready.
You guys hear us now? All right. Anybody, can you hear us in the chat?
True.
Right, she's like, couldn't wait to show you.
Yeah, she showed it. That's so
You guys hear us all right? Oh, nice. They can hear us. Well, I got Cole here, right here, and I'm gonna have him read the preamble. We're right on time here. And hi, Diane on YouTube. And I can't hear out of my right ear, so you gotta bear with me, guys.
Also replace mine's energy Gatorade.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have you read the preamble.
Everybody like this.
But can you Instacart it? Because Ryan may have got that for like something for now tomorrow. Like that's just how that fool rolls.
What? Why the whole fucking? Yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's get him a whole case of these. And then I want a case of regular. You can cook. Alright, guys, we love you.
But don't forget to Instacart that.
We're gonna hit speech.
And my plants, please.
Which is a triple. Which one of the jobs? Can you just tell me what color they
They're
are?
the ones right here. The ones on.
That's great.
Yes, and the cantaloupe in that. You have great.
Water at home.
I've been telling you no. I have an irrigation system.
Oh,
Let me show you.
fucked up. Why it's got his fucking duct taped to the fucking seat.
Yeah, I can't hear it. Why is it?
Where's your phone?
There we go. All right, guys. I can hear myself. Welcome, everybody. Ray, I'm sorry that you're beat down from the day. I know it's been a long day. Johnny's doing good on YouTube. If you can share this YouTube stream, I'm a little bit blurry. How's that? My front camera's a little bit worse than the regular other phone. What up, Mac? I'll have you come up first after we read this preamble. Jeremy's in the house. Maria, Zach, what up, man? I really appreciate you coming. And we're gonna start with the preamble. Go ahead and read this.
Well, welcome to the Friday night meeting of the Wolfpack. We accept everyone, sober or not, alcoholic or not, drug addict or not. We do not judge. We encourage you to share every week and check back with us on your progress
Yes, speaking.
following the next week. Not to embarrass you, but so we can hold you accountable to the commitments you have made to the group. We have all been through our own unique experience, which gives us a special voice that may only resonate with its counterpart. We know us, and together we, the Wolfpack, can reach and change the world, even if it's just a little.
Nicely said. We're usually going to start it off with a reading. Actually, Mac seems like there's something independent that needs to tell us. So let's see what it says before we get into your readings. Come on up, Mac. I don't know what it looks like on your guys' end. Mac, Mac, did you want to say something? It's all the clicking. I don't know. Let's start with the Sermon on the Mount.
Sorry about that.
Actually, you know what? We'll start out with tell your story.
Alright.
So we got Cole here tonight, guys, and can you kind of see yourself here, right?
Yeah.
All right, and you can see yourself up there.
Yeah.
All right, want to introduce yourself and kind of give us your story, how you ended up here?
My name is Cole, an alcoholic. Yeah, man, I've been struggling with addiction for a long time. Been in and out of treatment the last 4 years, and a total of 24 times in the last 4 years. How many times I've been in treatment? Struggled with alcohol, methamphetamine, and cocaine abuse. Yeah, man, I had a really rough childhood, a lot of domestic violence. Both my parents struggled with addiction, so I just thought it was the normal. Had a dad that was a severe alcoholic. Grew up drinking and driving. I thought everybody's family did it. My mom struggled with an opiate addiction. And yeah, man, and I'm the only one that's ever really tried to get clean. They're functional, but they have their own demons. Been kicked out of, I can't even tell you how many IOPs, Sober Livings, and finally made the decision to go to Graceland. And I knew going into it how structured it was going to be, how strict it was going to be, and usually I try to pick the easier, softer way. And for the first time in my life, I'm just really just doing what they're telling me to do, and taking any recommendations that they have, because my way of thinking. And
What has been like one of the weirdest things that they've asked you to do that you're like, wow, this is just strange?
But let's not spend any more money.
Mostly, I would say, getting out of myself and helping others. And it's more like I've always been a very selfish person, and having to, help other people. But the more I do it, the more I like to do it. Like I can have, the crappiest day, and then I go help somebody, and it makes me feel 10 times better.
Were you ever in a place where they took your phone before this?
No.
So this is the first time
Yeah.
for that? Well, how did you feel like making that surrender, and then how did you feel like with that?
Yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? Sorry, welcome everyone. I love this. We got Cole. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's
But yeah,
fine.
how did you feel having to relinquish your phone, right?
Right.
Honestly,
And also, how does everything sound? Is everything okay? Does everything sound okay? Why the idea is to be able to see me.
You're in the frame there.
Oh, right. Oh, we can't really move that.
You can move it.
No. Oh, okay. Because we want, because we want to see him too.
Right.
So what's the best? Ideally, I should be in the middle of you two, right?
Yeah.
Like it is. Yeah. That way it's easier, and you can scoot over a little bit. Over here a little bit. This is kind of like how we should have this set up
Okay.
every time. But yeah, so.
How was the surrender with the phone situation? For me, it was kind
And
of.
also, you can
kind of
just
like
move
relief.
this around, do whatever you want with it. You can lean back if you want, like, you know what I mean? Like, get comfortable. And he already said how old he was and he was from.
Yeah.
So did you find out about us through social media?
yeah.
That's what I want to hear about. That's what's up, dude. I didn't even know, bro.
Yeah, I've been following you since before you opened Graceland.
Oh, wow, really? So here, this is the frame on YouTube. So,
I got you.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've been following you since before you opened Graceland.
So how did you end up following me? Like, what was your... I'm curious what that story looks like. Like, when did you start following me? What did you know? And how did you end up at Graceland?
I was
Did you hear that already?
Yeah, I was probably at my peak, my addiction
Right.
in 2020, and I just seen this like crazy dude always on my TikTok talking about sobriety, and like I wanted to get sober, I just didn't know how to do it. And you know, like heard you talk about the structure, and I was like, yeah, there's no way I would ever go there.
Wow.
And then like I just seen it work. There's so many others, like Madison, for example, Johnny, all them guys. And like, you know, just seeing like how far they came, and I was like, if they can do it, then there's no reason I shouldn't be able to.
Well, this is a clip, first of all. So I'm gonna put. I don't know if St. Mason here, but
At 10:46. I'll put it in my
and I hear,
Somebody's like vacuuming or something.
yeah, I hear something.
I can't even hear on my right here at all.
Wait, what?
I can't hear out of my right, like, without, like, I can't hear out of my right ear, remember?
So, wow, that's pretty special, Cole. Because, you know, most people don't want to come to a structured place. It's really hard to convince someone that it's going to work without just sort of forcing them to do it.
Yeah, and like I think my thing was like if it was like my first time trying to get sober, I don't think I would have came.
Right.
But like when you've been to 24 treatment centers and you've been, you know, like so many sober living, so many IOPs, you know, like eventually just got to do the like, just takes like taking direction from people.
Yeah.
You know, like that's probably the hardest part. But obviously my way ends me up in jail or
How many
rehab.
times have you been in a situation where you were detained like that?
In jail?
Yeah.
7 times.
Holy cow. That's not, I mean, I've never been in jail, but I heard it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not a good place to be, that's for sure. But, you know, I feel like all the jail sentences, all the trips to rehab, you know, I feel like
from
and all the sober
California.
livings I've been kicked out of, I feel like all that had to happen.
That's why you're into editing, you were telling me, or
Yeah.
music stuff.
Better
Better
not to
life.
phase up. But Wyatt, let's check on the. Let's sort of just make sure that we're getting into a flow where like we're actually talking, like someone has their hand up, so let's check in with them and then let's like go back to Cole and then like we can maybe read a little bit of something from Evan Fox. You got that right in front of you. I love it. I'm just gonna finish eating.
Yeah, because what up, Mac? Come on up, buddy. I'm trying to get you to come up.
Yeah, but that's part of my job.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hello, Mac.
So y'all just like randomly pick them?
No, he's got his hand up. There you go. I tried to invite you again, Mac. What's going on? You gotta hit accept or something, Mac.
So it's saying poor connection, but not in its direct connection.
I don't know. Anybody want to talk? Jeremy, Mistake, Ray. Anyone? Oh, there we go. How do you say your name? Farian?
Yeah, what's up there?
Farian, what's going on? Hi. Did you hear us talking to Cole? Nice. Do you have any advice or you want to share or anything? Billy's in Texas. He usually hosts. He's on vacation there, Texas too. And yeah.
Similar stories or whatnot, and simply that has just helped me so much with my mindset with staying sober and being able to live a happy life. If it wasn't for this group right here, I probably wouldn't have the job that I have right now.
That's awesome.
Wouldn't have the opportunities that came my way in the last 2 months, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So don't ever give up, and you're not alone, you know what I mean? And like, kudos to you, you know what I mean?
No, we really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you so much.
And you know, we're trying to have more like twice a week at least. We're gonna try to have these big book studies. I got a guy that's really good, Jose, who's back in Graceland. He's gonna be really forefronting that. So that'll be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, California time, twice a week. Right now it's for sure on Tuesdays. We're hopefully gonna be adding in Friday as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See, I love it. Can't get enough of it. It's amazing. Y'all are moving mountains, and I will continue to share everybody's story and share Pat and everything, because you know it just took that mountain. You know what I mean?
I know, Farron. She's out here supporting always. Love it. Thank you.
Well, fucking fabulous. Like, I will never stop.
Yes,
Y'all saved me. You know, I'm here.
That's so cool.
Crazy. Great people.
All right, we're going to check in with Mac now. Thank you so much for it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Mac, you came and you left, bud. Come on back. We heard your voice for a second. There we go.
Yeah, sorry guys, because my other phone, like, I can't accept the invite, so I switched phones.
Oh, there we go. Mac Attack in the house. What up, man?
Yeah, all good.
What's
Where
new?
were we when what's up? All good? And you guys?
You're doing great, brother.
Yeah, he was telling like you went back and forth for a long time. So did I. I've been off for 5 years. I'm back on drinking and everything, let's see. And I'm working hard on it, but I mean, I know what it is to have hard times and to maybe sometimes just to feel weaker. But just remember how we were feeling when we were doing it for 1 day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, whatever. And we were feeling like stronger and stronger, and that's the part we have to like believe in. So
Yeah, man, the battle and like feeling weak, that was me to a T. And like the one thing I did different this time is just like dove head first into the program and like the people of Alcoholics Anonymous, like, fellowshipping before and after meetings, getting guys' numbers, just doing whatever was asked of me, calling people, like my sponsor wouldn't answer, just calling, 5, 6 guys, that's really, really been very beneficial to me.
You call 6 guys every day?
I wouldn't say every day,
But that's like the goal.
that's like the goal.
Wow, dude. I only remember doing a program with like that.
why not?
No, it's good. I was shocked. I'm like, dang, it's a good idea.
I try to hang out with my friends who have stopped for a long time, or let's say even my good friends who've stopped for maybe a month or 2. Like, let's say just drinking.
Right.
They're already like putting on some companies, they're working their shit out, they're going to like on walks and buying things to repair them, to sell them back, and making like flyers for their company. And it's been a month only, maybe a month and a half. They're not drinking no more, nothing. They're focusing on food and their lifestyle and growth.
Really?
That's awesome, bro.
It's hard. It's hard being addict. I know I am, because
Are you
I've always been.
Are you into cooking as well? Do you like to cook?
Yeah, I do, bro.
Me too, and I just made some, I got from the Asian store, I got some ribeyes that was chopped really thin, and I got fresh broccoli, and I made a coconut rice. It was really good. Every time I get a chance, if I have the time to make the food, it's so much better for you.
Oh yeah.
And that's worth a fucking bottle of shit, you know?
Yeah. I know.
That's really worth it.
Yeah. Well, what else has been going on?
Fuck that.
Any other news going around?
Yeah, people.
Do you have a sponsor?
No, I don't. I'm by myself. Always been by myself.
Man,
I went to meetings, but honestly, it's been maybe a month on here. First 2 weeks, I've been on Discord like all the way, almost 24/7. And by now, I have some things to deal with, and I have to think about myself too, like get some sleep sometime and prepare myself. But this channel helped me a lot, much more than anything before. And it's not to say that other things are not worth it, but this channel, there's so many people from so many different places, and you can find someone here that really fits you if you need to talk about almost anything. That's what I fucking like about that Discord. So thank you guys.
thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
We're gonna check in with some more people, maybe we'll come back around before we're done, back. We're gonna read a little bit out of the Song of the Mount as well. Let's go with Rosalie. Two. How's it going? How's the Discord been? Give us an update on everything.
Hi.
How you
It's
been?
really dark. I don't know if you'll be. I'm good.
That's
Really
good. Did you guys get hit with any storm or anything?
Say it again.
Did you get hit with any of the storm? You guys were all right?
I'm in Cali.
All right. I always get you messed up. I thought you might
I'm
have moved.
not.
Yeah. I thought you were in Florida still. Well, that's good.
Why can't I turn my phone on?
I don't know. Maybe it's going to phone settings?
No, it should just go on. Oh, here we go. My bad.
That's all right.
It's really dark. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you think of Cole's story here? She's an OG. She's been out here since the beginning. We started this like 4 months.
Day one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You got any advice for Cole?
I'm really I'm proud of everybody for showing up tonight.
Yeah.
We all show up for each other, and the Discord is a really cool place to be, and the community is growing every day. So it's been pretty incredible to watch that happen. And everybody keeps coming back, and new people come in, and then they come back too, and then they keep coming back. So it's just like the domino effect. It's been really good.
That's the number one thing they say in AA is just keep coming back.
It works if you work it.
Exactly. I agree.
And it does. I got 22 years, bro. You could do it.
That's wow.
And you want to know? I didn't even know on the 16th of September. I thought it was 19 years. I could have sworn on a stack of Bibles it was 19 years. And then when the day came in my phone, it reminded me that it was 22 years. It was
22?
And I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know.
You just have to learn
It was 19. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
yourself.
that you forget after a while.
Oh shit,
So,
you gotta order this shit. Like,
if I can do
you grab the
that
iPad and see
and
if
change my
fucking
entire trajectory of my life completely, from being evicted to becoming a nurse and becoming a medical assistant and then going back to school again for phlebotomy and all different other things, anybody can do it, I'm telling you. If I can, anyone can.
Well, you're a real
Just gotta
positive
realize-
light for a lot of people in this room, and that's really appreciated.
Thank you. I love being here. Thank you for saying that. I really do.
Yeah, I don't think that it goes unnoticed. I'm not always running around crazy, but I'm always paying attention.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right.
And
Well,
Pat, you
yeah,
know,
for sure, Pat too.
I know that he appreciates it, and I appreciate him.
Yeah.
And just keep coming back, everybody in here. I'm
Yeah.
always in the Discord.
Yeah.
Nick is always in the Discord. One of us is always there. If you
Right.
need to reach out, just reach out, and someone will come on immediately.
Right. All right.
That
Well,
goes for anyone else.
I'm gonna read a little bit, or should we take one more?
Alrighty.
Let's take one more.
Nobody has their hand up,
No.
so.
All right, I'm gonna read a little. Just gonna
Okay.
pick to a random page. All right, chapter 4. Resist not evil. And if ye right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of the members should perish, and not the other. Thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast from thee, from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell. Matthew 5. Well, just starting there, I mean, that's pretty profound. We're going to get into, what Emmett Fox kind of breaks down that verse into this chapter, but my interpretation of that is pretty simple. It's things that don't serve you or your community, you have to kill or destroy or, cast out of yourself. And Graceland definitely gives you ease of...
See the frame?
Yeah.
You can be right here.
Right.
Graceland gives you ease.
Graceland gives you an ease and a toolkit to be able to identify these things that need to be cut off, So, for instance, we're having an issue with we're having an alcoholic moment with one of our residents that has a lot of issues around, acceptance with men, and, the guys also, and they're kind of struggling to be in the same house, and that's one of those things where the house teaches you how to cut those out of your life, because they're not helping the community and they're not helping yourself. Another one, big one I think for me was just worrying about things that I have no control over. It says right here, if your eye is affected, you got to pluck it out. So if you're looking at a really horrific, scary stuff all the time, news, stuff that's keeping you down, got to kind of take a look at that.
This is a really good one. Resist not evil.
Yeah.
Do we know what this means?
Well, we just read this here.
But do we know what? Do you know what resist not evil means?
Well, I'm kind of exploring it right now.
Dude, it's amazing. Let's go. It means basically, it means don't try to resist evil.
Oh.
It means resist not evil.
Oh yeah, because we're
Isn't
not
that
supposed to be
crazy?
Well, that's what.
Let it. Look at it.
Yeah, take a look at it.
Look at what it is. See what it is. Don't resist it. You know what I mean? I remember reading this at one of our Sermon on the Mount meetings, and I'm pretty sure that's what it means, but let's go. We're going to read this, and then we'll take, if anyone wants to share on it.
The soul's integrity is the one and only thing that matters. They have no problem but to bring this about. No need but to obtain this. For having this, we have all. Right there, I mean. It's saying the soul's integrity is the one and only thing that matters. So it's kind of like, for me, my mom, or when someone tells me, we know your heart. It's like, you know your soul. That's the main thing you need to know. And so Jesus' teaching is almost exclusively concerned in impressing us with the overwhelming fact of the importance and with instructing us on how we are to accomplish it. He insists that positively, no sacrifice can be too great to ensure the integrity of one's soul. So again, cutting out things that are just not serving you, like doom scrolling or watching movies that maybe affect you, or listening to whatever is not in your it's not sitting right with your soul. You should try to use your community to cast that out of you and get rid of it. Anything, and that says anything in italics, that stands in the way of that must be given up. Point blank. Cost what it will, involve what it may, the integrity of the soul must be preserved. For all things, conduct, health, prosperity, for all things, conduct, health, prosperity, life itself upon that, better sacrifice your right eye itself, he says, or cut off your very right hand, if need be, that your soul may obtain the clarity of understanding that salvation. It matters not that the thing that may be standing between us and our true contact with God, it must go. It may be a sin, it may be an old grudge left unforgiven, it may be a stark greed from things of this world, but whatever it is, it must go. Such things as these, however, are so obvious that at least the transgressor is certain to be aware of them. It is a subtle thing like self-love and his brother, self-righteousness, spiritual pride, and so forth, that we are most difficult for the self to detect and to experience, but it must be done. It sometimes happens, the practice of certain professional or association with certain people or memberships of a particular body, that one's gotten me in trouble. I mean, these secret clubs, these little cliques, you don't really know what's going on. You can, even some organized religion can be toxic places. We must not hesitate, the price must be paid. And Haith then said, whoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, cheweth her committed adultery, and whoever shall marry her, the divorced committeth adultery. So I think that's saying that basically, whoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. Oh, so it says you should put it in writing. But I say unto you, whoever shall put away his wife, saying for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. So what? I don't really understand that one. We are told that in those days divorces were granted by the rabbinical law, so the rabbi law, which that's why Christ came here, because he wants you to not be focused on the rules of the world and the rules of AA or the rules of anything. There's no rules. It's like resist not evil. You just know your soul. Married people who are not getting on together as well as they would like were too prone to run away from the problem by obtaining an easy disillusion.
They're talking about married people?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And it says basically that, you should have everything open and just working on it. And trying their luck with someone else. Now we understand that no permanent happiness can be obtained in this way. As long as you're running away from your problem, you'll continue to meet it in a new guise at every turn in the road. The scientific solution to meet your difficulty where you are by means of spiritual treatment or scientific prayer. This applies to all problems concerning marriage concerning marriage quite as much, if not more than, to problems of any other kind. As one of us is perfect and the complaint is certain to have his or her own faults, no less than the delinquent, he or she should endeavor, if it can possibly be done, to make the present marriage a success by presently knowing the spiritual truth about both parties. If the aggravator party will steadfast see the Christ truth about one another, then in nearly every case, a happy solution will be the outcome. So this is kind of foreshadowing too. The Bible says in the end time that Christ will come back for his people, and we are the bride of him. And, it shows you how powerful relationships can be and how important it is to have one person at least on the team having that Christ consciousness, or at least a glimmer of some tools you could use. Through AA you learn them, through Graceland, through talking with one another. You can have those tools to deflate these kind of things that happen in the marriage or in any kind of partnership, really. It has to be business, it could be friendship, it could be family, like your parents. It's kind of universal. So if anybody has anything to share on that brief little reading of Resist Not Evil by Emmett Fox, chapter 4, you can raise your hand and we can kind of have a discussion. Cole was taking a little break to get a little bite to eat. And I'm going to check the YouTube comments here, but if you'd like to talk on Discord, raise your hand. Jefferson said amen. Yes, keep it up. It's a real miracle. Myself multiple times a day. Like the hell that you're in. But life is long, so keep going. Hashtag keep going. I agree. Jefferson's got 37 days clean off of the horrible stuff. And I got big love for Wyatt. Elton John. I'm not mad at Elton John, man. That guy's cool. He's an addict too. Made some great songs. Freedom. You're hooked on the tablets, man. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear about the Kratom tablets. That's horrible, man.
People underestimate those stuff.
That gas station stuff is horrible. It's just powerful enough to get you hooked, right?
I was hooked on it for a while.
Yeah. Let's hear from Joe. Joe, come on up, man. If you're not busy. Joe, if you want to accept come on up. There he is. What up, Joe?
There we go. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, it's cool.
How's everything
I don't
on
have
your
much
end?
time.
Okay. So
It's
just
going good. I don't have much time. I got my little guy asleep in the living room, but
okay.
yeah, everything's going good.
I'm glad to hear
Well,
it.
as good as it can be,
Yeah.
Playing, but I saw in the comments on YouTube, man, there every day, like there's times every day throughout the day that I think to myself, like, how in the hell have I made it? So my sobriety date's January 25th of 22.
Right.
So it's been almost 3 years, which is like a blessing. But there's days that I sit down and I just breathe and pray, and I'm like, how in the hell? Like back 4 or 5 years ago, it would be a whole different situation. Even with the stuff I'm going through in life today, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably because you surrendered, bro, and you like actually gave it up. You know, you gave it up to another power. That's why I would say.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all, but it's worth it, you know.
Proud of you, bro.
And like you were saying, thank you. I appreciate it. You were saying about the gas station stuff. Like, I know I gotta keep it clean, but my I went to the doctor, and that's how my problem started, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I
And that
did.
got cut off. Obviously, that eventually gets cut off, right, for one reason or another.
Right.
And then you switch to something else that's 10 times as worse, so I'm not going to really mention, but...
Yeah.
So the gas station stuff, eventually, man, that stuff's going to get found out and taken off the shelves, just like the spice stuff did way back in the day.
Right, I was there
And then
for
you're
that
left
whole
to
thing. It
something
was
even
crazy.
worse to so,
Yeah, man, I'm from
I don't know.
Alabama. Kratom's actually illegal there, but they came out with some other stuff, and it was like equivalent to it, and that was probably the worst withdrawals I've ever had.
Wow, man. What a mess
Yeah,
that is.
the worst.
And
The
if they
worst
make it
that I ever
illegal,
had was
yeah, if
the
they
worst
make,
I ever had was methadone.
Oh,
yeah, I
wow.
heard that was a rough one.
Because it gets into your bone marrow, and like I tried to stop it cold turkey, and it was all bad.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, with the gas station stuff, they'll make it illegal, and then they'll find another loophole, and then you'll get something else back on the shelves.
But it's dangerous stuff, man. Like even the relapse scares me to Jesus out of it, because like the uppers were what I used to go to, and the uppers these days have that fentanyl stuff in it, and it only takes a little bit, and you don't know if when you exhale that's going to be your last exhale, because you don't know really what's in what you're getting anymore. So it's really
100%.
it's so dangerous.
It's not how it used to be, really, no.
It's
All
not.
that stuff.
It's not. It used to be. You'd get what you asked for, and
100%.
that's that. Sometimes it's a little bit better. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Sometimes, but it's never. You never had to worry about the stuff you worry about now.
Joe, what did you think of that whole thing about, have you ever heard about that resist not evil? You ever heard of that kind of theory?
No, I haven't.
I would definitely look into it, man. It's pretty powerful. It's kind of like a hard concept to understand, but if you can do a little research, I would recommend it.
Yeah, for sure I will. Yeah, I gotta get back into my little diet.
Okay, thank you.
guys
Thank you for coming on,
Yeah, I
man.
know you're always busy,
I
right? Thanks, man.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Alright, well, you want to share about kind of like what your experience of that is?
The gas station stuff?
No. About this. Resist not evil. What do you think about kind of like did you get the beginning part?
I came in at the tail end of it.
Well, let's just read this here.
And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offended thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. That's it.
I mean, pretty much it's like, and then it goes in and it starts talking about basically anything that's like not serving your soul and not sitting right with you. You got to figure out how to cast it away, cut it off, cut it out. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier. What Graceland teaches you, different relationship skills or technology or whatever it is. It's just not serving it anymore. Kind of gotta cut it out, cut it away.
It teaches you good thing about Graceland, man. It teaches you how to communicate.
Right.
Like even with people that you don't agree with, you still have to learn how to communicate without showing hostility all the time.
And respect them.
Yeah.
It was hard for me. I mean, not really hard, but there's a couple people that I would have thought I probably would have never been friends with,
100%.
Like, if I hadn't been living, in the same situation. But I learned a lot from those people, and more so, I learned a lot from those people than I did people that I was real close with, like John and a lot of my other friends that I was with. Let's see what's going on with leaving you alone, because I just can't leave you alone.
Wanna come up with me? Anybody want to come up? What about Jeremy? Jeremy, let's see. Jeremy.
I'm just like, you know, when it's someone chill, like, yeah, I'm gonna follow you for sure. When it's someone chill, I just go. It's good to do a few, you know, because like looking for people kind of is like.
Yes, we can keep reading. And when you read it,
Oh my god.
Swear not at all is one of the cardinal points in the teaching of Jesus. It means briefly that you are not to take vows. You are not to mortgage your future conduct in advance, to undertake to do or to refrain from doing something tomorrow or next year or 30 years hence.
Are you talking to me?
You are not in any way to seek to fix your conduct or your belief for tomorrow. While it is yet today, for sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. It is an absolute vital part of his teaching that you are constantly to seek direct inspirational contact with God, constantly to keep yourself an open channel for the pouring out of the Holy Spirit into manifestation through you. Now, if you make up your mind in advance as to what you shall do or shall not to do, shall believe or shall not believe, shall think or shall not to think, shall be or shall not to be tomorrow or next year, for the rest of your life, and especially when you crystallize the determination by a solemn act of the will like a vow, you are not leaving yourself open to the action of the paraclete, but you are, by that very act, shutting him out. If you are to receive the guidance of God, divine wisdom, it is absolutely essential that you have an open mind, because it so often happens that the part of wisdom is not in accord with your own personal feelings or present opinions. But if you have taken a vow and made a promise concerning your soul, for tomorrow you are no longer uncommitted. And unless you are uncommitted, the action of the Holy Spirit cannot take place. This is, in fact, nothing less than the sins against the Holy Ghost of which the Bible speaks, which has caused so much terror to sensitive hearts, and concerning which there seems to be a very general misunderstanding. What is the sin against the Holy Ghost? The sin against the Holy Ghost is any action on your part which prevents the activity of the Holy Ghost from taking place in your soul, anything which shuts you off from the ever-fresh, energizing action of God that is spiritual life itself. The penalty for this mistake is spiritual stagnation, and since the only remedy in such a case consists in the direct action of the Holy Spirit, and this mistake in itself tends to prevent that very action from taking place, a condition of vicious deadlock results. Now it is obvious that this condition must be necessarily remain as long as the mistake is persistent in. And so, in this sense, the sin is unforgivable. What do you guys think about that? Anybody want to share on that? Mystic? Indy? Anyone? How many people usually join? Oh, usually about 20. Yeah.
Yes, yes, always yes. It's always gonna be yes. Let's make an issue. Thank you, Zach. Yo, proud.
You want to tell them, like, kind of some of your hopes and like dreams for after you get sober at Graceland, or ideas of what you want to do? Yeah, man. I mean, I try not to future trip too much. Right. But it's a difference between future tripping and just looking into the future, I believe. I agree. And I want to, man, definitely. I want to get a job I actually enjoy doing and not like have to wake up every morning and just go like, I gotta go to work. You know, I definitely want to find something I enjoy, whether that's working in recovery, you know, doing this, anything, bro. I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just letting God take the reins at this point.
What's your sign?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. So I mean, your Scorpios is kind of all around.
Yeah.
You're pretty creative, but you're very passionate, right?
Yeah. Very.
Yeah.
And sometimes like one thing I really struggle with is like setting boundaries with people.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important that you kind of just explore a bunch of different options, you know, for when you're when you get done, at least when you get to 7 months, you'll be able to figure out something better, you know.
100%.
When I was at Graceland, I was a chef. I think I told you when we were putting those decorations up. So I started cooking at a detox, Canaan's detox actually. He had a detox out in Tarzana, and I was working there like 5 days a week, just cooking from morning till night. And
Must have been some good food.
it was good, man. It was really good. And they had a really good budget too, so I could pretty much order whatever I wanted. So we kept the clients really happy. Anyone want to talk? Anyone want to share? Anyone on YouTube?
All right. So first, the number one is the volume for me. Cole, just bump it up. We're gonna start teaching Cole how to. What do you think, Cole? Does this interest you?
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. I was just sharing how like, I wouldn't mind like really getting into the
All of it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, Cole. You want to know what's exciting about it? It's not just one thing.
It's a lot.
Okay? So we're helping people, right? We're live streaming. We're battling. We're making videos. We're, you know what I'm saying? We're telling stories through, these videos, and we're helping people, and it's we get to be creative and have cool lights and listen to music, read stuff. If we're tired of reading spiritual literature, we can battle. If we're tired of battling, we can go over to Graceland. We can film some stuff. I mean, imagine being a graduate hanging out here with us, just thinking about what we're gonna do next.
Go play zombies right there on the PlayStation.
I mean,
watch movies.
It's pretty incredible what we're trying to do here, and for me, what's even more incredible is that we need and want help.
Right.
And people just can't get through the fucking house.
And we keep giving people like chances, and then it's like we give them too much chances, and then they go out.
Yeah.
So every time.
I'm just so incredibly grateful that it's like not just me anymore.
Yeah.
And like everyone, look, we got Erica, Madison, Mason, everyone is in this house.
Oh, Zach is here.
So all the people. Oh, let's say what up to Zach.
Zach, what up, buddy?
What up?
Where are you guys in the backyard? So everybody on YouTube,
What up?
there's a live stream on Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you can see the little piped-in room from Graceland. Tom's there, Zach's there. What's the weather over there, Tom? What's the energy level from the house?
Oh, we're chilling watching a movie.
Okay. What movie you watching?
Yeah, no, we didn't lose anybody today.
Thank God.
Not physically.
Yeah.
In other ways, but like we're all chilling, man. We're just trying to support people struggling. Shit, I've been struggling.
Yeah. What are you? Tell him, dude. What are you been struggling with?
I'm going to see my kid Monday.
Yeah.
Every hour feels like it's a year, and I start to, I'm close to graduating, and a lot of my friends just graduated that I came in the house with, and I'm just kind of like, I let my ego get the best of me, and I get these like feelings of
not unworthy or imposter syndrome and stuff like that. So it's
What are you doing to lean in? Lean in?
sabotaging myself mentally.
What
I'm
are
looking
you?
for reasons to get mad, but luckily I was able to catch myself. Of course, I had a couple little outbursts, but
Yeah. It's to be expected.
I
This is
feel like
what
I'm a
we
lot
need.
better today.
This is what we need.
Yeah.
This is the meeting. So who else from the house can join the Discord?
They're watching a movie.
Oh, but wait, it's Friday night.
Yeah.
There's Tom.
Yeah, I got Tom right here.
Yeah, let's
Tom-
just
Tom-
Wyatt. I think that we should be getting people from our meeting. So now Zach can be. Hey, Tom. Yo, we got Tom. This is
Yeah.
Tom, tell people about the house.
Yeah. Tell them about the house and tell them anything, advice or anything really. We've been reading about.
It's a great community, that's for sure. That, you know, I was here a couple years ago, and I don't know, I maybe didn't work it the best that I could, so I'm back. Also, I'm back because obviously there is something that I liked about it.
Right.
The community for 100%. And, you know, we do a lot of stuff day to day. You know, it just, you know, for sober living, this is cool.
Right.
It's a cool place.
Have you ever heard of this theory or not this theory, but this in the Bible? We're reading this book called Sermon on the Mount, and it says in Matthew, it says kind of, if your eye is messed up, if your right eye is messed up, you gotta pluck it out. If your right arm is messed up, you gotta rip it off. Have you ever heard of that or heard of resist not evil or any of that? Kind of like taking an inventory.
Never had.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I'll bring you some literature on it. So it's called Resist Not Evil. It's pretty good.
I've heard of it. I've read a little bit of that,
Yeah,
the Sermon on the Mount. But no, I haven't heard that one.
yeah, it's good
So
stuff.
yeah.
Well, we're glad you're back,
some
Tom. And
Well, it's good to be, I mean, it's good to be back.
Let's
I mean,
hear from
I'm
Tom.
here back on different terms, but hey, it is what it is. You know, well.
I want to hear from Tom. I want to hear just a little bit about, like, who are you, where are you from, how old are you, and what, just tell us, like, about your experience with Graceland. Like, when did you first meet us, and how did you first end up over at the house, you know?
Well, the first time was I found you all on TikTok. You know, scrolling through the sobriety stuff, and you guys kept coming up. So I just decided, what the hell, I'm going to see what these people are all about. Danielle got a hold of me, and bam, I was out there within 3 days.
And you are from, how old are you and where are you from?
54 from Michigan.
Okay, so you came from Michigan and you showed up to Graceland. And will you just kind of walk us through how long you were there, and then when you left, and then how you came back, and just kind of like a brief synopsis of just like who you are and just any like advice or anything you've learned, you know, about going back out, I guess, you know?
Well, you know, I was out here for 4 months, and so I went home to a shitstorm with my family's health. And if I had not gone, if I was there, thank goodness I was here when I went back, because that would have been a shit show.
Right.
But it did kind of throw me off. You know, I wasn't spiritually, I wasn't up to snuff with that. So this time I'm all in with spirituality. So far, this time around I'm 100% in.
Yeah.
I was probably 75% in last time, because my head wasn't.
Yeah.
well, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Do what's told.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, that's what it takes, you know?
You know, yeah, and I was out there the last year was just hell. It was just hell. But I still kept in touch with a few people that were here before. And last week I met up with Carter. We hung out at Malibu. That was so cool.
Can you make this big? Right.
I gotta bring all that in. Just all the drinks.
Oh, you hung out with Carter? How was that?
Yeah, how was hanging out with Carter?
Huh?
How was hanging out with Carter?
Oh, it was great. He surprised me, and I haven't seen him in 3 years, and it was just great catching up with him. And it's like we'd just seen each other last week when he showed up.
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
Well, we're gonna try to have
It's always so good to hear
Yeah.
hear from Tom though. It's always good to see him and hear from him. He's such a cool dude. We're so glad you're here, bro.
thank you.
I just want to hear more from you in groups,
Yeah, same. More of you in
Yeah,
groups.
for sure. All right. You said it.
Yeah, I did. We just want to hear, it's hard to like kind of insert yourself into a situation, right?
So
But,
hard for me.
like just for example, last night, like what was could you just explain to us like what happened last night? I know it's kind of a lot, but just explain like what, from your perception, what we talked about last night in group.
We had a guy here who got a case of the fuck-ups, in my opinion, over the past couple of weeks, and just wasn't doing what he was supposed to.
Right.
And then we had another couple that were fraternizing, which is not allowed.
Yeah.
And that ain't good for your sobriety.
No. We've seen it time and time, right, Tom? We've seen it time and time, though. Every time it's bad news. Bad news.
It was kind of intense. It took a bunch of, took the house to get everybody to group them and tell them to basically pull their head out of their ass.
Right.
What are you doing? That's I got out of it.
Yeah, well, that's what we want. We want what your truth is, and your truth is important to us.
So, but
Who we got there yelling?
Paul.
that's
Well, come on.
Yeah, put Paul on.
Paul. You're live. Paul.
I know. Can't
So
do
what
it.
am I, live on TikTok or what?
Oh, you're on the Discord, and then I have it software piped into YouTube, so just your voice is on here.
Elton John.
What up, buddy? Elton John in the house.
That's my dog. Well, anyway,
That's my dog.
this was fun, and I'll do it next year.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. We'll come back next Friday. And you should write down some things, maybe from the week, whatever you think you want to tell us what happened during the week. We'd love to hear it. On Fridays, 10 o'clock. It'd be great.
Fridays at 10.
Yeah, just write down, whatever is on your mind.
Alrighty.
All right, thanks,
I'm
man.
making a program.
Yeah, it'd be great.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, see you, man.
Thanks.
All right. There's Paul. What is he smoking?
Yeah, we can't do that on there.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
All right, see you, man.
I'm going to bed.
All right. Anybody else want to come up for a quick share before? Anyone want us, Jessica, or any newcomers have any burning desires? Matt 02. Well, maybe we should read the preamble, and then we'll put them in the lounge. We'll read it one more time.
Can read some minutes with the worship.
Oh yeah, where's that? You want to grab it? There's the big book up there.
Good.
All tore up.
Chapter 2, there is a solution. We of Alcoholics Anonymous know thousands of men and women who are once just as hopeless as Bill. Nearly all have recovered. They have solved the drink problem. We are average Americans. All sections of this country and many of its occupations are represented, as well as many political, economic, social, and religious backgrounds. We are people who normally would not mix. They exist among us in fellowship, a friendliness and understanding which is undescribably wonderful. We are like the passengers of a great liner, the moment after rescue, from shipwreck, when camaraderie, joyness, and democracy pervade the vessel from steerage to captain's table. Unlike the feeling, the ship's passengers, however, our joy in escape from disaster does not subside as we go on our individual ways. The feeling of having shared in common peril is one element in the powerful cement which binds us, but that itself would never have held us together as we are now joined. The tremendous fact for every one of us is that we have discovered a common solution. We have a way out which we can absolutely agree, and upon which we can join in brotherly and harmonious action. This is the great news of this book, which carries to those who suffer from alcoholism. An illness of this sort, and we've come to believe it an illness, involves those about us in a way no other human sickness can. If a person has cancer, all are sorry for him, and no one is angry or hurt. But not so with alcoholic illness, for with it there goes annihilation of all things worthwhile in life. It engulfs all whose lives touch the sufferers. It brings misunderstanding, fierce resentment, financial insecurity, disgusted friends and employers, warped lives of blameless children, sad wives and parents. Anyone can increase the list. We have this volume to inform and comfort those who are or who may be affected. There are many highly confident psychiatrists who have dealt with us, and it's sometimes impossible to persuade an alcoholic to discuss the situation without reserve. Strangely enough, wives, parents, and intimate friends usually find us even more unapproachable than do the psychiatrist and the doctor. But the ex-problem drinker who has found the solution, who is properly armed with the facts about himself, can generally win the entire confidence of another alcoholic in a few hours. Until such an understanding is reached, little or nothing can be accomplished. That the man who is making the approach has had the same difficulty, that he obviously knows what he is talking about, that his whole deportment shouts at the new prospect that he is a man with a real answer, that he has no attitude of holier than thou, nothing whatever except the sincere desire to be helpful, that there are no fees to pay, no axes to grind, no people to please, no lectures to be endured. These are the conditions we have found most effective. After such an approach, they take up their beds and walk again. None of us make a sole vocation of this work, nor do we think his effectiveness would be increased if we did. We feel that the elimination of our drinking is the way beginning, a much more important demonstration of our principles lies before us in our respective homes, occupations, and affairs. All of us spend much of our spare time in the sort of effort which we are going to describe. A few are fortunate enough to be so situated that they can give nearly all their time to the work. You guys got anything to say on that?
Yeah. Anybody want to share? Mac.
I like the part where it says the elimination of our drinking is only a beginning.
Yeah, I was gonna interrupt you. Sorry about that, because that's always my favorite part too. It's true. You think? I mean, at least when I was
Cool. What do you
21.
got? How much time you got?
Huh?
How much time you got?
Till 2? I gotta be home.
Nice.
How many days?
August 9th.
I'm just gonna say Cole. Cole is how old?
24.
24. Has
56 days.
56 days sober from
Alcohol.
days. No, just sober from Michigan.
Alabama.
Wait, Alabama.
Tom's from Michigan.
Fucking Alabama.
Miami.
Okay, that's way better. Cole is 24. 50, 20. Okay, great. Is that okay if I post that?
Yeah.
It's just us hanging and you reading. It's just like Hood to Graceland. 24 years old.
Well. All right, Pat.
What?
We're gonna put them in the lounge.
What?
I'm gonna close it down for the meeting and put them.
Yeah,
in the lounge.
yeah, cool.
I got 3 clips I'm gonna make out of that.
Okay, thank you guys all for being here. Every single Friday, we're here at 10.
Yes.
Reading spiritual literature. Billy, my sponsor, will be back here next Friday.
Yep.
And thanks for joining. And
Tom said he's gonna make a commitment.
Yeah, and I want more Graceland people in the meeting.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. You can join and go into the lounge or hang out. I might come back through, and we're just gonna
He
be.
has been, how many different places?
24.
He has been to 24 different, what?
Later, guys.
Have you ever had
Later,
this
you too. I
before?
really appreciate the kindness and Sam, Koreatown Sam. I love you.
This is amazing. Which one?
Is that on TikTok?
Yeah. Can I tag you?
Yeah, if you can find it.